right.
Introducing Soul to Soul Sit Down with the Lady Songbird Jinda. Join the Lady Songbird for uplifting discussions about her personal experiences in the music industry. She will be chatting with fellow artists, sharing inspirational stories, and exploring practical resources to help navigate creative journeys. Coming soon, 30-minute Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live.
And welcome to 30-minute Thursday. Sit down with the latest Songbird, Jinda Harris. Soul
Hello,
to soul.
hello.
Let's talk.
Hey, how are you
Jinda.
doing, William? I'm doing good.
Doing
How you
great.
doing?
Looking forward to another epic episode of Sit Down. Soul to soul, sit down with the latest Songbird, Jinda.
Oh man, this is this has been the 12th week, and I am so honored and grateful. It just gets better and better, growing bigger and bigger, and I'm so happy. I have a show Saturday. Just want to do my little pop in on some shows that I have coming up. I have a show this Saturday in Pascagoula, Mississippi, doing a tribute to Tina Marie and also Patty Bell. So make sure you get those tickets. And then I will be in Albany, Georgia on the 31st. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be an amazing, amazing show. So that's for this month. And I have lots of shows, but I'll keep you abreast each and every month. But today is my legendary edition. And for all the listeners that's out there, every month I do a legendary artist, someone that has paved the way and just has great music out there. And this brother right here, his voice is absolutely amazing. But I want to just tell everybody about him. He's a wonderful person inside and out, great person to know. Lamar Deuce Lubin of the group DRS. Welcome to the show.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Jinda? I ain't seen you personally, you and Howard, in a while.
I know. That just means we need to do a show together.
I know. Well, I'm gonna be in Atlanta on the 31st. Dan, you're gonna be in Albany. I don't know how far that is, but
yeah,
I'll be at Club 291 on with me and Big C.
Okay, it's gonna be a good show. Yeah, that's gonna be a great show.
Live band, no tracks. So, those of you that are listening, if you're out there, I wouldn't mind if you put it on your page, let them know. Those that are in Atlanta, come see me doing all my hits and doing a tribute to Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh, yeah. See, if y'all haven't seen Lamar do a tribute to Teddy Pendergrass, man, I'm telling you, Dead Ringer just absolutely sounds exactly like Teddy P. And that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you grow up listening to Teddy Pendergrass?
What you say?
Did you grow up listening to Teddy P?
I did. You know what? I did listen to Teddy Pendergrass, but I was told that Teddy wasn't a great singer, so I kind of was tripping that my voice was like his. But then all of a sudden, all the women was like, "I want to hear some Teddy. I want to hear some Teddy." So I was like, "Well, let me sing some Teddy."
What made you get into the music scene? Were you brought up with music in your family?
Yeah, my grandmother, my adopted grandma she was on Broadway. She did blues, she did jazz, she did gospel. Her name was Linda Hopkins. My auntie, Renee Lubin Holmes, she did plays and worked with Quincy Jones. So growing up, I was around it. I used to sing in the church choir and do that, but I never thought that my voice was a voice that people would want to hear.
Really?
Never did. I really thought, and I didn't know that people would ask me to sing, but I thought they just wanted to know that, like my boys would do this and say, like we'd be on the back of the bus at school and they say, "Hey, let's start this song off," and I would start singing, and then they would be quiet. But I thought it was just that they didn't know the words of the song, maybe. But my boys were like, "Well, that's how we would get you to sing," and I was like, "Yeah, I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a newscaster. That's what I wanted to be."
Oh, really? I can see that, though. I can see that. And you can still do it. So that's absolutely. But your calling is something different. So you definitely got to hold tight because the greatness hasn't came all the way out yet. And what you
Yeah.
have to do to the music. So
Well, they're calling me the funeral singer now, but no,
hey,
not that it's a joke, but you're right. Sometimes, like I just have to say, like I'm really blessed that this dude 803 Fresh, he'll be in Vegas tomorrow. I can't make it now, but I love that when God steps in and other people don't think that you can either go further or do things. God always comes in and does something amazing. Don't he?
yes, he does. And you have to understand that it's not on our time, it's on his time. And that's where we get frustrated. Right before we get ready to throw out the towel, God comes in and intervenes and says, hey, no, you're not. You're not going to throw in the towel. You're not going to stop. Keep going. And this is where you're going to be. So you always seems like you have a lot of stories, and I like talking to you because last conversation we had, we talk about different artists, and you have so much history, so many artists that you've toured with in the past. So how did DRS come about? How did the group come about?
Well, okay, so honestly, DRS was already in formation when I got in it. What happened is they had got with Eazy-E, and Eazy-E was saying, I like the look of the group, but the sound is not there. And he said, you need like a Johnny Gill type of singer. So the guy that started the group, his name was Chris Jackson. We called him Pick. He saw me. I was home doing an internship for Channel 4 in Sacramento because I wanted to be a newscaster, a sportscaster. And so he saw me in the mall. My girlfriend at the time was buying me some, I'm going to date myself. She was getting me some cross colors. And I went to school in Louisiana. So I went to Southern University in Baton Rouge.
Oh, wow.
So we didn't have cross colors. We had Benetton. So I wanted to come back to school with some cross colors and be like, yeah, I'm shopping. He sees me. He remembers me from singing on the bus and growing up. And the next thing you know, he said, hey, dude, I need a singer for this group, and it's serious. And I was like, man, I'm going to college. I ain't got time for that. And I really thought that I had two cousins that can sing because singing is in my family. And I said, I got an idea. I'll be their manager. And I will manage them. And then they can do the group and I'll just manage them. But they both decided not to do it. And I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to try my hardest to either do it or find a solution. So instead of them coming to the to the audition, I came instead. And I really didn't think I didn't think they were gonna like me. I just thought, I'll get up there, I'll sing, do my thing, and then I'll leave. And it was a great, great trying to do the audition. But man, when I did the audition, they freaked out on me.
That that seems like that same thing type of thing happened to me when I got to the group Sugar. But this is not about me. This is about you. So when that happened, so the song Gangsta Land. It was in a movie, correct?
No. A lot of people know we made the video like a movie.
Oh.
What happened is, the song that I have in the movie is called No More Love from Jason's lyric. And then I was on that song, Black Men United, your dreams ain't easy, stick by your plans, go from boys to men. We're on that one. DRS, we're on that one. And D'Angelo wrote that song. And that was in Jason's lyric. So I have that song, No More Love. The one, ain't no love in the heart of the city.
I heard that
song is in Jason's lyric. But Gangsta Lane, basically what happened is when I got in the group, Eazy-E heard me, and was like, yeah, we want to put him in the group. But we ended up going with MC Hammer instead because Eazy had us first, and then he didn't renew our contract. So we left and went with MC Hammer.
Oh, okay. So did that work out in your benefit? Did y'all go on tour with MC Hammer?
Well, it worked and it didn't work. That's the reason why I tell you guys in this industry about the stories, because I've been there, I've done it, and I try to give some wise counsel because, when I got in there, there was nobody else that was in it that we could talk to. There was no lawyers, no people that had gone through it and say, hey, watch out for this pitfall, that pitfall. Hammer was one of the biggest stars on the planet at the time when we signed with him. You know, little did we know he was going bankrupt and money was funny, and it affected us. You know, we went through the bankruptcy. We went through losing our money. We went through, you know, almost losing all of our copyrights, writing, you know, all that stuff went through. So now when I see these new cats, 803, when I see them, I try to just give them a little knowledge and say, hey, this is what's going on. You know, Jinda, I've been telling Southern Soul since I started a couple of years ago, hey, we got to control this industry, not let other influences come from outside and control it. And that's what's starting to happen. And people are starting to see that, because once the industry sees there's money in it, it's a wash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. And what made you step into the Southern Soul light versus doing this your staple R&B sound?
Well, you know what happened? I got a vision from the Lord. This is no joke. And it was when Biden was running for president, and God woke me up and said, you need to write this song. And it was called Put Your Ballot in My Box. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, he said, write it this way. And I was like, okay. And it had like a Southern tone. Put your ballot in my box. Yeah. And I had just, there's a guy named Bishop, God rest his soul, Bishop Bullwinkle.
Uh-huh.
And I had just met him. Nice dude. And I really love that. Hell, just like, no. And I was thinking that in my head, and God was like, that's what you do. Something like that. I did it. And I got 17,000 views on Facebook. I wasn't really savvy. Excuse me real quick, y'all. I wasn't really savvy to technology. So what I should have done, I should have put it on YouTube first. And then went to Facebook. But I got a call from Stevie Wonder station, Tammy Mack, and I got to give her all the props. Tammy Mack said, I love the song. Can you give me MP3? Because we want to play it on KGLH in LA. So they started playing it 2 or 3 days before the election, my song. You know, I got to give him props. Some people are going to be like, what? He mentioned DJ Khaled. My cousin heard it, and DJ Khaled remix heard it. Mm-hmm. And when he heard it, he told my cousin, I got to get in touch with him. He has a sound for Southern Soul. He would be perfect for Southern Soul. So when he told me about my song and he gave that to me, he said, I think you should try this. So I came and I listened to some of the songs, and I was like, I like this because I've always been into blues. I always sang the, you know, jazz. My song Ain't No Love, basically, that's kind of, you know, that was a take from Bobby Blue Bland. So I was like, I like this. So when I heard it, I was like, let me start doing some of this. And it was hard.
With that song, your own song, Ain't No Love, that song right there can definitely get into the Southern Soul. It's all about getting with the producer, and you can keep the same music, same lyrics, and conform it into Southern Soul sound if that's something that you have to do.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm glad you said that, because, you know what? I thought about that. Redoing that one and doing it in, like, you know, doing with a Southern Soul mix. But then I did a song called, before, I don't know why, but I thought, you know what? Line dancing has not really gotten a big thing. So 2 years ago, I made a song. It's called Just Like That. And luckily now the 803 Fresh is helping me because people are starting to listen. I'm only at 200,000, but I don't have a team. So I just had a guy from Universal Records, Sony, telling me, hey, Deuce, this is a good thing. You got 200,000 and you ain't got a team. You know what I'm saying? Right. But so I worked on that with Callie. We did that. And then I worked on a song called Never Forgotten. And then I got songs with Dion Harris. I got a song called Dance Floor, which I like. Really haven't promoted it, but I'm going to start promoting it again so I can get it out there. But because I really do like the genre. I really think, to me, Southern Soul is basically kind of country and R&B mixed together. Right. And I think that's the new wave. Because we don't really hear none of that. We don't really hear people singing anymore on the radio.
It's you see secular artists getting to Southern Soul. I mean, you have artists like the Force and D's that they're tapping into Southern Soul. There's a lot of
Lil G, my boy, my homie, Lil G.
Absolutely, tapping into
Benito.
And yes, Benito too. And the good thing is, if they do that, it's, to me, it's easier for other genres to take it more seriously. And, you know, 803 Fresh is doing a great thing by going to the BET Awards. It's transitioning into a nationwide stream, to whereas, you know, this is elevating Southern soul.
Well, and we can't forget King George, and you know, and of course the King, Sir Charles. Sir Charles, if you're watching this, anybody watching this, I need to do a song with Sir Charles. I know he's retiring. I don't want him to, but Sir Charles, if you're listening, I need to do something with
you. And Sir Charles, if you have never been to a Sir Charles concert, boy, unforgettable. He will take you on a journey on stage with him. I mean,
well, you know, I did the shows out here, and I'm the first. We're the first. I work with a girl named Donna Jones, and it's called Jim's Entertainment, and I'm the first one that brought Sir Charles to California, basically.
Oh, wow.
Out here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So and then we've done, like, of course, Jinda Jones, Jinda Jones. You know, we brought Magic One, Tony Armani is out here in Vegas this weekend. You know, so we're trying to bring the West Coast. We're trying to get the Southern soul to the West Coast. It's been it's been really hard a little bit, because, you know, West Coast is, you know, into, you know, NWA, you know, that Crip Walk, all that. But with 803 Fresh coming, with me trying to do my song out there, I did my song for Too Short last week. Loved it. Trying to see about him getting on it, getting some rappers to get in the middle of some of the songs, so we can get it out there more into the mainstream.
Yeah, and you know, that's definite. You know, it's just all about us collectively getting together. And it's so funny that you said that you sang on the song "You Will Know," right? That song right there, Men United. It should be a Southern soul, Men United. To whereas that song, we need a song like that for the men to sing in Southern soul. And I think that would be a
don't say that, because I'm trying. Me and Lil G working on something, so don't let them get mad. Because you're right. We do need to. It would be neat to find a cause for us to get pour money into, and to do another, you know, Black Men United.
Black Men United. So that would be.
We definitely need Black Men uniting right now. What's going on in this country?
What's going on? I mean, this is just, absolutely crazy.
Well, what we don't understand is that us musicians, we do have a platform. I know people don't want us to do our platform sometimes, but we do need to have a platform, because more people do listen to us, and we do need to let them know, hey, this ain't right, what's going on. We need, you know, like I said, when I did Put Your Ballot in My Box, it could be for a Republican, it could be for a Democrat, but Joe Biden is the reason why I wrote it. And if y'all listen to it, just go to Lamar Juice Lubin. It's on all streams. It's on, Spotify. It's on YouTube. All of that. I made a funny video on it, and it is kind of talking about sex, but, you know, it's still, I'm trying to get you to the ballot box. You know what I'm saying? Exercise your right to vote.
So who has inspired you throughout your journey? Inspiration, because you've met a lot of people.
Oh, so man, you know what? I've really, you know, like, this inspires me, Jinda. Thank you for bringing me on here. You know, because, you know, you can pick anybody, but I thank you. So this inspires me. Just seeing people in the industry that want to work together inspires me. My grandmother, Linda Hopkins, God rest her. My grandma, Mary Jameson. My mama, but as far as in the music industry, I ain't gonna lie, it has to be. I mean, because of being around my grandmother, meeting greats, like, you know, I have to admit, I've been blessed to be around some of the top people. I mean, you know, even James Cleveland. I mean, and Stevie Wonder, and Philip Bailey, just those types. I got to meet Teddy Pendergrass doing a special in Philadelphia before he died. That was just, you know, just being able, and God has put me in different places, you know. So there's been good in the industry, and there's been some bad, but overall, I just got to thank him for allowing me to be around some greats, the Temptations.
Right.
Even though, you know, I have a little love-hate relationship with the Temptations. We'll talk about that later. But the Temptations, work oh God. Working like I said, working with Boys to Men with Black Men United, working with H Town, working with Silk, knowing Escape, knowing Next, knowing what's called Second to None. I mean, I can just name off people that I've got to meet and actually work with,
Right.
And it's just been a blessing. And to be able for them to recognize you and be like, oh, that's Deuce from DRS. What's up, man? And to be able to be like, oh man, and to be in that number one in the pop, number one on the R&B for so long, and to sell millions and be a platinum artist, and be recognized as a platinum artist.
See that right there, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Starting from back in the day when you feel like you didn't have a voice to, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Obviously, you're an amazing talent. So
you are too,
Oh, thank you.
No, you are. I mean, and my thing is that that's why I like to tell these kids, like, I wish. So one thing I do wish I would have done is I wish I would have believed in myself when I was younger, because if I would have known that my voice would carry me all these years this way, I would have negotiated my contracts better. I would have done things a little differently. But that's why I tell people, never discourage people. Never tell people what they can't do, because you never know who that person's going to be next. Right. I remember meeting Jamal Roberts in Meridian, Mississippi. I remember that. I got a picture. Mm-hmm. I did a show in Meridian, Mississippi with the when we did that show, and my thing was that, oh my God, I met this cat and he sounded amazing there. And you just never know. Maybe when I see him, maybe he'll be like, hey, Deuce, get on board. Let's do something. I might be able to get on one of his tours. You just never know. Who you're going to come in contact with, who's going to be around, who knows who.
That's right. And
y'all hear me? You hear me, Southern Soul? Y'all never know who knows who's talking to who, and what's being said. So watch your words, who you talking around, and what you're doing. Because today the person might be your driver. Tomorrow it might be the promoter that you need to hire.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you want to do collaboration with Sir Charles. We're gonna keep putting that out there, Sir Charles.
I've been dying to do this. You too. We've been talking about this for 2 years now.
Yeah. And so, your next show. Can you tell everybody, the listeners out there listening? Could you tell me your next show?
My next show is in Atlanta, Georgia. It's at the oldest Black club in Atlanta called 291 on Campbellton Road. I'm going to give you a flyer if you don't mind. It's me and Big C. We're going to be doing a live show, live band. Let me tell you guys, it's only $25 to get in, and it comes with a buffet. It comes with food and entertainment. Trust me, you're going to have a good time. Need you to go on. I do have Eventbrite, but I know a lot of people having problems. So if you come to the door with your 25, we'll take it. We'll just put it on the Eventbrite or do something like that. But that is my next show. And then after that, I'll be in Vegas doing a show at the Motown Theater. It's going to be a live taping for, I think, Tubi or something like that. And I'm going to be doing Gangsta Lean, Just Like That, and Dance Floor. And if you want to purchase or listen to some stuff, go on YouTube, look up Lamar Juice Lubin or Lamar Lubin. You'll see all the songs. And you'll see, I got a great song with my guys, with Dion Harris, Hollis J, me. We're doing a song, Southern Soul Music. This is for the people. Check it out.
Yes. Dion Harris is another amazing artist, and he'll be on my show coming up real soon as well. So
that's my boy. I miss my boys. We got to get back out there at DRS. Those are the guys I use for DRS, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. So I'm just looking for people. If y'all want to book me, book DRS or book me, can I give them the number? 213-719-9543. 213-719-9543. Working on this new manager. Her name is Sister J. And hopefully this will work out. So I ain't got to take the call. She can do it from now on.
Well, see, that's a blessing because that's a lot for you to think about, a lot for you to do, and that just takes a lot of weight off of you when you have somebody doing it for you.
Well, you got to have a team, and I've learned that if you don't have a team, it's hard to succeed in anything that you do. As restaurant, the music, production, anything. What we have to realize is that we need real teams, and that's the only way that we're going to succeed in
That's
this
right.
business as well.
That's absolutely right. So now we talk about your music. We talk about your you wanting to get into being a reporter eventually. That's something that you want to do. Now, are there any other hidden talents that we need to know about?
Not really. I mean, basically, this is what I like to do. I mean, I'm great at organizing, producing, doing that kind of stuff. And and I'm trying to think. I don't think I have really any hobbies, even though I do work. Some people will see me on Facebook and they go, "Oh, that's not true, Lamar." I do. God, I feel, has called me to help other people that are in need. So I don't know if you guys see on Mondays and Thursdays, I help out SPJ Church, and I give out food. I try to help get shelter for the homeless, and I just feel that's my calling. One of my callings, not just the music, but to be able to help people and find them lodging, find them, furniture for their homes, school supplies, and actually food. I do that.
That is
I
a
do
blessing. That is
Yeah.
a blessing. I do believe that God solely put us on this earth to be blessed and to be a blessing to one another. So yeah, you're doing a great, great thing. So, there's so many different artists out there, new, trying to get into the scene. And, some people feel like, they have what it takes, and others may feel like they don't have what it takes. Do you have any type of inspiring words for someone coming up into this game, brand spanking new? What is the first thing you think they need to do?
Well, I honestly, everybody needs to get this book called "This Business of Music" by Donald S. Passman, or you get the Book of Music by Kashif. Use it as a Bible, because you're going to have to. Because believe me, there's going to be pitfalls, even though the industry has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Jay King has a book as well, and read those books, because I think what happens is you see the people, you see us do our thing and think, "Oh, I want to be rich. I want to have this," and you have to realize that you don't just it ain't all that. Even when you do get the money, what you forget is, and this is why you forget IRS is there. You forget you got to pay them. Yeah, you got to pay the IRS. You also got to realize that you have to start putting your money in different things. You have to get your LLC or business account, do business, because you become a business. It's not just you going out there singing. You got to learn your contracts. What do your contracts say? Well, what is this doing? I've had some run-ins doing the shows with some of the performers because they're so used to being, back in the country doing what they want to do. But when you come to a city like LA, let me tell you, we have building ordinances, we've got codes we got to go by. You get up, want to dance and do this. You got the fire marshal coming at you, talking, "I'm gonna shut your show down because you got this, you got that." You have to realize that you got to learn all that, learn everything, learn every aspect of the business, even if you're not doing it. Learn about the studio, learn about how you get paid, learn about learn about your points, learn about your publishing, learn all of that.
Yes, you're absolutely right. You have to learn all of that. Absolutely. Well, Lamar, I want to thank you.
Go ahead.
I want to thank you so much. That 30 minutes went so fast. You're full of so much. Yeah, it went so fast. You're full of so much knowledge. And I just want to thank you for just taking the time, 30 minutes out of your day to be interviewed by me. And y'all check him out. He will be in Atlanta coming up real soon.
Can I send you the flyer?
Yes, send me the flyer.
Okay.
And what? I want to leave with this passage before we get out of here. And it's a passage from the artist formerly known as Prince or Prince. He says, "Music is the ultimate power. Love is simply the message. And the truth will set you free." And I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next week, next Thursday, same time, same place. And remember, it's okay to support one another in this music business. I promise you, it will not dull or dim your shine. Until next time. Peace.
Amen. I love that.
What a great conversation from our Lady Songbird Jinda. Wow, wow, wow. Outstanding. And don't forget to tune in tonight at 7:15 CFT, 8:15 EST for Hostile Howard. And while we are on Coast to Coast, guys, hey, thank you. What a great conversation. I blinked and it was over.
I know. So bad. Great conversation.
Outstanding. Outstanding.
Thank you, Jinda.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy your Thursday.
I'm gonna send you that.
Studio W, The Buzz, Global Radio Network, where we talk about everything that is something. Studio W.